Hey everyone, Leo with the Dreaming Tree, and in this video we're putting together one of our Pilgrim bottle wrappers. Now this is obviously a bottle of wine, and I think that's what we are going to recommend that you use this for. In front of me here you can see I've kind of pieced him together a little bit, and it's literally a paper piecing project, very simple, should have no problem with this whatsoever. Okay, so the shadow, or the shadow of our Pilgrim here is the main structure, we'll call it. And I'm going to start with his head. Now what I did here, I took just a very light red and I kind of gave him a little bit of blush so his cheeks are nice and rosy, because I'm sure he's probably really cold. And I'm sure this bottle is pretty cold too. So we're going to start off by gluing this brown piece onto the skin tone piece. Okay, and just want to match up. I'm using the hair portion of this section here to line everything up. Okay, and then we have his little collar. That's going to go right on there like so. So let's get that glued down. So this is going to be great. Well, not only if you are attending Thanksgiving somewhere and you want to give the host or hostess a really cute little bottle of wine, but you can also use this as decor on your own table for the wines that you'll be serving, and it will definitely make it very unique and different. You don't see this kind of stuff very often. And I'm sure your guests will be like, well, that was really cute. Did you make that? And you'll say, well, of course I did. And it's our little secret, where and how you made it. You will think you're very clever. Okay, so the face is in place. Now, one other thing too, there are some tiny little pieces here. One is for the tip of the pumpkin stem. And then there's also this little nose piece. And that's going to go in there so his nose is not black. I'm going to put just a tiny, tiny little dot of glue in there. And I'm going to grab this piece, and it should fit like a little puzzle. You're just going to pop it right in there. Just like that. There we go. Okay, so you can see his little nose there. That, and we have the little belt buckle that's going to go on his hat. It's a real small one here. Just throw a few little dots of glue on the back of this. You don't need a lot. It's a very tiny little piece, and just going to pop that right on there. You'll notice that there are some little markers to help you with the positioning of this piece. Okay, so that's all we need for that. And we can move down his body here, and we'll take a look at this section here. We're going to start with this main brown section. Okay, and that's going to go right here. You can see the little cutouts and where that goes. So let's get our glue onto this piece here. Okay, and here we go. We'll get that glued down. Next, we're going to take this section of the pumpkin. This one has the 3 little ribs. This one only has 1. We're going to put the one with 3 ribs down first. So let's get our glue on that. And just pop that right into place. So you can see the nice little shadows. I also inked the little ribs here, because that's going to look really nice. And then we'll take the one with the single rib. I guess it's 2 ribs technically, just one little single hump in the center. Glue that right on top of this one, and you can see how we have that dimensional look for the pumpkin. Next we're going to do the skin tone for the hands, and then we'll put little sleeves on. Okay, so just line that up. There we go. And then we have this piece here. Now you'll notice that there's like a little, almost like a little hook at that's the bottom of the left side, and then we'll have the reverse for the other side. And this is a pretty small piece, so go easy on the glue. You don't need a ton. We'll just end up making a mess if we use too much. Okay, so that's going to go just like that. And it's really cool because he's flat, but still he's got some nice dimension to him. And it really makes it look nice. Okay, get that one in place. There you go. So that's that for that. And now, just below that, like a little puzzle piece, we're going to pop this right into place. That's his little belt. Now, actually, before we do that, why don't we put the top of our pumpkin stem in place? It's this little, tiny little piece. I literally just need one little drop of glue on that. And that's going to go right on top of our pumpkin here to kind of give the stem a two-toned look like that. Now we can come back to this piece here. This is his belt. And we'll throw a little bit of glue on there. And just like a puzzle piece, you can see that little mountain there. It's going to pop right in between where his two hands join. And then we have this little half belt buckle. Just throw a few little drops of glue on that. And we're going to pop that right in there. You can see that there's this little section that kind of comes out. That's the shape of this. I'm going to pop that right there and push it up against the hands as far as you can go. Okay, so that's that. Now we just need to finish up his socks and his shoes. So we're going to take this piece and get this glued down first. Throw your glue on the back. And this is, like I said, this will be a wonderful little host or hostess gift. I'm sure I'll be attending at least one Thanksgiving this year. So I will definitely be bringing one of these along. Okay, now there's 2 layers to the shoes. And you've got some little thin areas here. Try to get a few little drips of glue on there just so that doesn't come pulling apart. And then take the white layer and tuck it behind this black layer. Okay, and that's essentially just to give us that little, I think it's actually supposed to be kind of a reflection. Okay. And that's going to go right on top of the previous piece that we put down. Okay. And just pop that right into place. That looks great. And it's kind of these characters kind of have like a folk artsy sort of look to them. I think that's really cool. Okay, and then we've got the tops of the socks. And just throw a little bit of glue on this piece, and that's going to match up right here at the top of this previous layer to finish that off. Okay, so there is our guy. And now I'll show you here how to, we're going to find your bottle of wine. I actually peeled the label off mine with some Gooby Gone, but you don't have to. This thing will probably cover up most labels, and you probably maybe want to leave it on just so that they know what they're drinking. So I'm going to wrap it around and take a look at it, make sure it looks nice and centered, and take a look at the back. And if it overlaps like that, it's okay, because this bottle is a little curved. It's not a problem at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of glue here, and then I'm going to take some glue on this side, and on this side here, I'm going to run this glue out to the very edge of this section here. I'm kind of holding it in place where it was when I wrapped it around, and keep it nice and taut. And just press that down right at that seam. That's why we pulled that and dragged that glue out to the very edge so that it was nice and flush there and doesn't go anywhere. We'll take a look at the front. That looks great. I mean, I guess any side can be the front. So you can always rotate it if you want. And then all that's left to do, you can use hot glue if you want. I'm just going to take, and you want to, I think I can actually get away with using some foam squares on this. Or you can just glue it down flat. Just make sure that his feet are touching the floor, okay, when you glue them down. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I think I'm just going to take and put a little bit of glue. Let me see here. We want this to be about shoulder height. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so from about here to about his neck. I'm just going to do, you can use hot glue if you want. I don't think it's necessary. I'll just do that. And we'll get him glued. Again, I'm going to use my table here. I'll show you this way. I'll use my table here. Let me find that back. Okay, use my table to kind of guide me into position so that he's nice and flush with the floor. And just press that down. And try to let it sit for a bit before you move it around, okay? That way we're sure that he gets a really good hold. And that's it. So now also, one other thing too, I have this gold cord. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and give him a little, just a little bow and probably hot glue that. I'll show you on the prototype here. Let me just show you here. Just a little bow right there. And I would just use a little dot of hot glue for that. And then to finish it off, take a look at the final photo. I'm gonna take some raffia and kind of make a bow up here for the top of the wine bottle, just to give it a little extra, you know, touch of fall, I guess you could say. So that's it for this wrapper. I'm gonna do in the next video, we've got a female pilgrim, so I will see you there if you're making that. If not, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know it's still a little ways away, but you got plenty of time to prep for it. But either way, happy fall for sure. So yep, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I look forward to crafting with you again. Hey, thanks for crafting along with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out some of our other videos. And also, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to visit our site and check out our free SVG section, where we have over 140 free SVG files complete with assembly videos. I look forward to crafting with you soon.